The arena lights shimmered off the polished hardwood floor, the crowd buzzing like a power surge. Everyone here sensed tonight would be different. Indiana Fever's star rookie Caitlin Clark faced relentless trash talk, physical hits, and psychological warfare. On the other side, Sophie Cunningham, the seasoned veteran and fiercely loyal teammate, had drawn a line. No one was crossing it. The sparks flew in warm-ups as Clark trained her sights on the basket, eyes sharp and focused. Cunningham remained 2 steps away, ready to defuse, defend, and protect. When the first whistle blew, nobody knew they were witnessing more than just a basketball game. They were witnessing a stand.
It's the first time Kennedy Burke has missed a 3 in the last 3 games. She had made 7 in a row over her last 2.
Nicely done to get it inside to Mitchell.
Those two have such a great connection, especially when Kelsey Mitchell is in a corner. It can make that baseline cut.
The trash talk begins, fuel on the fire. From the opening tip, it was clear this would be no ordinary game. Lines were crossed as soon as the lane filled. A skywing started jawing at Clark, cheap talk designed to rattle the rookie's confidence. Clark absorbed it, but Cunningham stepped in immediately. A swift wrap and a push said it all. Back off. The crowd erupted at her move, not because the push was hard, but because it was symbolic. Cunningham, who spent years in quiet service roles, showed raw emotion, raw fire. It was the first shot fired in a battle for respect and team unity.
Burke gets in, and now a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Caitlin Clark.
1 rebound more a game than their opponents. Miss for Ionescu, and here comes Clark. This is one thing you get with Clark is great pace and great passes. Found Boston perfectly.
I mean, a big part of that is that young woman bringing...
Physical play escalates when defense becomes offense. As the game continued, the chase for dominance became physical. Clark sprinted for a loose ball, strayed elbow to the head. The arena gasped. She stumbled but kept going. Across the court, Cunningham's voice cut through the noise. "You fine?" A teammate responded, "She's shaken." Cunningham didn't hesitate. She planted a foot and threw a shoulder into the aggressor on the next play, scoring a defensive rebound while sending a clear message. "You hit Clark, you hit her with all of Indiana's steel." It wasn't malicious, it was defensive, and it rippled through the crowd. Indiana's energy shifted. Fans, sensing the shift, roared louder.
The ball up the floor, Natasha Cloud is elite on the defensive end.
This is what Cunningham does. Sophie giving them a punch off the bench. Head coach Stephanie White mentioned had to cut Ari McDonald, who was absolutely brilliant coming in on a hardship contract, but they had to release her once they got back to their 10 roster.
The ejection. Consequences of loyalty. Midway through the second quarter, the tension snapped. A hard screen went sideways, a player reacted, and Cunningham confronted her opponent, face to face. The refs blew the whistle. Cunningham, frustrated by repeated cheap hits on Clark, spoke up too loudly. A shove followed. Clark jumped in to separate them, but 2 quick steps later, Cunningham was face to face with the referee again. The official signaled, hammered the palm. Cunningham was ejected. The crowd fell silent, then thunderous approval erupted. She jogged to the sideline, head held high, eyes blazing. Not just for herself, but for Clark, for teammates, for every slight they endured. She'd risked everything, and she didn't blink.
For Indiana against New York, and now she takes it in off glass and has a chance for a three-point play.
Caitlin Clark bringing the ball down, looking inside. Aaliyah Boston not open. Look at that crossover, then the spin. Tough finish on a really good defense.
Halftime heat, teammates react. In the locker room, silence reigned. Expect for the crowd rumbling faintly beyond the doors. Teammates crowded around Cunningham. Clark placed a steadying hand on her shoulder. "You had to," she said. No anger, no questioning, just gratitude. The coach nodded. Cunningham, breathing hard but steady, addressed the room. "They're trying to bully Caitlin. I stepped in. It's that simple." There were solemn nods and fire in their eyes. The team understood. They ate up the moment and turned their attention to the game ahead.
Vendor. My son would know what locker code meant.
I have no idea. But Brianna Stewart or Caitlin Clark, what do you want both? Colson on the go. Brittany Colson in her 11th year out of Texas A&M has never been a... And Cunningham is...
Second half surge, playing for Sophie. With Cunningham gone, the game hung in balance. Clark took over. Every dribble, every glance at the rim felt deliberate. She was playing with Cunningham's fire in her corner. On the next possession, she launched a contested three and it swished. She clapped her hands and locked eyes with a defender who had tried to get in her head. Silence. The bench erupted. The remaining Fever players rushed the floor, keeping intensity high. Indiana's defense stiffened. Chicago's offense fluttered. Clark distributed, attacked, defended, lit up the entire court. It wasn't just basketball. It was retribution. And each assist, each drive, each long-range shot echoed Cunningham's earlier stand.
Down behind the play, but they've got Caitlin Clark to fire away from three. Cunningham just now getting up as she stayed down near the free throw line on the other end. All 3 threes.
And not only 9 and 30, but look at the depth on these fields. Two players with incredible...
Final quarter. Legacy over blunder. Come crunch time, the court was electric again, but this time full of fever fight. Clark posted up, drew contact, and sank the free throws. With 2 minutes to go, she nailed another deep three, sealing the momentum shift. She bowed, directed at Cunningham's seat, an unspoken thank you. Even without her key defender, Indiana showed they could rally. The final buzzer sounded. The scoreboard read in bold letters, Fever win. This wasn't just a victory, it was a moral triumph. A statement that loyalty and love for the game transcended technical mistakes. Cunningham's ejection became the emotional backbone of the win.
She's certainly feeling it. Left side.
Clark, another long three. She's back. Points in the quarter include...
Seniors and rookies unite. 2 generations in sync. What stood out was the bond forging before our eyes. Cunningham, a seasoned veteran, understood sacrifice. Clark, the rookie phenom, showed maturity beyond her years. Their post-game embrace, hugging on the court, symbolized unity across WNBA generations. Teammates echoed that unity. She protected me. Clark later said, "I'll protect her too." Cunningham's words were straight from the heart. "I'll do whatever it takes." It was veteran wisdom finding rookie humility. They were more than teammates. They were co-leaders.
Including 3 long-range threes to get Indiana to within 2. And now the shot clock's off. And Sandy Brun.
Social media impact, yarn Sophie stands, and fan reactions. Within seconds of Cunningham's ejection, social media exploded. Sophie stands trended. Clips of her stand against Bullies circulated widely, retweeted by fans, pundits, other WNBA stars. "She's not just playing, she's protecting," one tweet read. Another said, "Caitlin has the best big sister in the league." Even commentators noted, "This game will be remembered not for the storyline, but for the principle." Courtside cameras showed young fans in the crowd, eyes wide, clapping in approval. Someone chanted Cunningham's name through the arena. Across Snapchat, TikTok, and Instagram, favorite clips looped. Bad actions yielded uplifting outcomes, and the narrative shifted from blowback to backbone.
Her second career start, second in a row, and Clark stays red hot.
Caitlin recognizes how open she is. Burke can't quite get there.
Why it matters. Defining moments in women's sports. It wasn't about a foul or a fight. It was about courage. It was about justice. Women's sports, and specifically the WNBA, have always balanced grit and grace. Cunningham's act stood as a moment of both. In one motion, she defended a teammate and defended the importance of respect and protection. This wasn't a wrestling brawl or over-the-top physicality. It was a reminder that women athletes can fight back, stand up, and demand dignity. By choosing to stand, even by risking her status, Cunningham became a leader. And Clark, young though she is, showed she has the emotional maturity to accept the defense and transform it into performance. That synergy is special, rare, and necessary. The implications reach far beyond one game. It's a blueprint for team leadership, anti-bullying, and empowerment. And it sets a new standard.
But what a response from the Indiana Fever. That is a great contest.
Shot clock winding down for